Welcome to the Holy Yogi, where we help you find the guru inside of you. Hello, beautiful. Hello, hands. I'm trying to find a place where I can go and be around Mother Nature and enjoy. Yeah. We're in a cool place right now. Where I just want to tell you this is that if no one has told you today that they love you, let me be the first. Look at all that nature, all the light, the sunshine, breeze, the fresh air. Life is just so absolutely wonderful, and it's absolutely gorgeous and beautiful. And I want you to see it. I want you to enjoy every single bit of it. And with that in mind, listen, love is truly the greatest medicine of them all. And love truly makes the world go round and round and round. And more importantly, love always wins. So I got a juicy one for you today. But before I begin, this is what I need you to do. I need you to like, I need you to comment, I need you to subscribe, and ding, 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 ding. Hit that notification button so we can get some up-to-date information to you as soon as possible. Wow, look at the wonderful the wonderful leaves and the sunshine, and you can see in the back we got a little fall in the back there, in that back area over there, and it's just absolutely gorgeous today, and it just makes me very happy to share it with you. And so what I want to talk about today is I saw on a Facebook page in one of the groups in regards to intermittent fasting, where a woman was basically, very, very distraught over the fact that she's about to give up her intermittent fasting program because she just now found out that her husband was not only cheating on her, but he was having a baby by the woman that he cheated with. And, that would be somewhat of a downer only if you are willing to give up your power to someone else. Because whose problem is that? That's not her problem. That is his problem, And this is what I want to talk to you about, ladies, because I promise you, whatever you do in life that you're trying to succeed at, it's going to take all of you to be able to do. And there's going to be Murphy's Law that comes into place. I think Murphy's Law is something that if something bad could happen, it surely will. And not only will it happen, it'll happen 2 times, 3 times, 4 times. So whenever you're trying to reach massive success in life, there are going to be several hurdles and several obstacles that you're going to have to confront. Like, for example, for me, the obstacle for me was that, in a nutshell, I was homeless. My husband had emptied our joint checking account. At one time, a family member, I had to evict a family member for one of my properties because they were basically trying to destroy my business partnership and what I had accumulated. I mean, if I could share with you, many of the tenants I had to evict from the property because they didn't want to pay the rent, which was a mortgage that I had to pay in order to be able to keep the property. I mean, a lot of things had happened, and a lot of things tried to get in the way. My business partner tried to, run away with $2.5 million worth of real estate, to really sabotage, my wealth building, journey. And what I'm here to tell you is that, you could either play the victim, blame, shame game, or you can take control of your destiny. And more importantly, you can show and implement your power. It is all about you. And people play a role in it. Or you can play the victim blame shame game and make it all about them. How could they do this to me? Type of thing. How could my husband cheat on me? The disrespect, the lack of love, yada, 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 yada. Remember, that is his stuff. That was the choice that he made, and you're choosing to take it personal. You're choosing to take it that he did it to you, and you're choosing the words and the mentality and the emotion of anger, of jealousy, of envy, of hate, and all those negative things is going to bring your vibrational frequency down. And that is going to contribute to you not achieving your dreams, and more importantly, loving yourself. Nobody is going to love you better than you, and nobody is worth you achieving your dreams to be the best that you can possibly be. And if you allow, because that's what's happening, I'm talking to that diva out there that's ready to sabotage her greatness and her beauty and her health for someone else's actions. That's not your problem. That's not your karma. And you do not have to own that one iota. That, like I said, is his issue. What you need to do in the case of the diva with the gentleman is be in a place. Remember, we're angels. We're loving, we're compassionate, and we accept people as they are. This is where unconditional love diva comes in at, okay? This is where we need to sit down and we need to be adults and we need to have a conversation and we need to find out. It is clear that this gentleman is hurting. It is clear that this gentleman is in a lot of pain. And it is clear that you need to find out what is going on that encouraged his need to try to put some more light in here for us. We're doing really good. I think the sun moved a little bit. But, find out, what is his, mission? What is he trying to do? What is his goal? What is his dream? What is it that is trying to contribute to him, figuring out, what it is that contribute to him, hurting not only himself, but hurting the woman that he's in a relationship with and is having a baby by, and more importantly, contributing to his desire to ruin a marriage that he made an agreement upon, a sacred union, to be with you, okay? So that's what needs to be discussed. We don't have to get mad, we don't have to get angry, we don't have to have tears, tries, and make someone feel guilty and ashamed. You need to have mercy and grace and really see it for what it is. Remember, like I said, this is his stuff. You don't have to own it, and just have a conversation with him and find out, does he want to be with the woman and to have the baby with that woman? Or does he want to be in a sacred union of love, respect, honor, truth, justice, righteousness, order, balance, reciprocity with you? And if his desire is to want to be with that woman, honor and respect him and accept his choices for what they are and wish him well. And in the meantime, you've released a lot of weight and a lot of excess baggage, and you stay on course and becoming your grandest, beautiful, healthy self. Because when you are trying to lose weight, you are loving and you are honoring yourself. That's your true first love, is you. You are a goddess made in the likeness and image of God. And you are endowed with an inalienable right for happiness, peace, love, joy, and the freedom to express it all that is inside of your heart, And also, let's take responsibility. And what I mean by that is usually when we, carry excessive weight, when we're not living our purpose or having the job of our dreams, when we are not, Loving our family and friends and loved ones, let's be honest, it takes two to tango. And it takes two to encourage, people's actions towards you. Usually, when someone isn't loving to you, it's only a reflection of the fact that you're not loving to yourself. So in essence, you're giving people permission because you're sending out that vibrational frequency of disrespecting yourself by not taking care of your body, by not taking care of your spirit, by neglecting, your purpose, your divine gift, of singing, dancing, or writing that book, or, creating that major corporation, becoming a lawyer, or whatever it is, you have not been loving yourself. So in essence, you send out that vibrational frequency where your husband is unloving to you, and he takes that love to someone else because of the fact that you're disrespecting yourself by living up to your greatness and your grandness. Are you feeling me with what I'm saying? You get out of life what you put into life. So, the reason why he's not being loving to you is to be honest with you. You're not being loving to yourself. You're like, most people are like, but he did this to me. No. He didn't do anything to you that you thought that he did to you. Keep in mind, that cheating and not being honest and bringing in a life. I mean, think about that. You got a person that is bringing in an innocent child into the world that nothing to do underneath dishonest means. It's not very kind, loving individual. I mean, let's keep it real. And you got to ask yourself, if you're not loving and kind and respecting yourself, and what I mean by that is, think about it. When we tend to eat too much, when we tend to drink too much, when we tend to smoke too much, you got to ask yourself, how loving are we when we're doing these unloving things to ourselves? Because we know if we're smoking, we having that cancer stick, we have a death wish. That's not love. When we're eating food that we know is going to contribute to us creating a major disease like diabetes, like cancer, like high blood pressure, we are basically knowingly committing suicide. You've seen all the statistics. We know that if you're overweight and you're obese, you have the likelihood of conquering these chronic diseases that can lead to death. That's not loving. So that's why we got to really sit back and we got to own our stuff and take responsibility that in a direct way or indirect way, in an indirect way, we created this experience. We played a participatory role. And let me tell on myself, the key thing about it is when I found myself in that homeless situation, the one thing I used to go around and I used to, on tours, and I used to, share the story with people. I used to ask them, who put me in the predicament that I was in? Who made me homeless? And remember, ladies and gentlemen, when we are pointing a finger at someone else, 3 fingers are pointing back at us. Me, 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 me. And I am not singing a song, okay? I did that. People want to, blame, it's my ex-husband who emptied our joint checking account. That's responsible for, that's responsible for why I'm homeless. No. I was responsible for my homelessness because I didn't love myself. I wasn't responsible with handling my finances, making sure I had my own checking account, making sure I had my own home, my own real estate, my own successful business, okay? Because if I was financially astute, and if I was independent, and if I was taking care of myself, that no matter what he did, that wouldn't put me in the financial predicament that I am in, okay? Let's be clear, all right? So when I owned up to that responsibility, guess what? That gave me the power. When you play the victim blame shame game and blame somebody else, that leaves you powerless and you can't solve your problem. Because basically you're like a robot. If they're good to you, okay, then everything's hunky-dory. And if they're bad to you, then everything is tears and crying and things of that nature. No one wants to live like that. And I'm very clear, no matter what someone else does, That has nothing to do with me and loving myself and being truthful to myself. They're not doing it to me. They're doing it to themselves. And when you fully grasp that, you won't take it personal and you won't get all emotional about it. You just get clear and you just honor yourself and make sure you stay on your path. And that is that intermittent fasting. That was for you loving yourself to become a more healthy self. And you continue on your journey of loving yourself. And in turn, you're going to get that body, you're going to get that mind, and you're going to get that spirit that is so loving and so contagious that other people want to take part in your joy and your happiness and your honor and loving and respecting yourself. And guess what they're going to do? They're going to do the same exact thing to you. Okay? Are you getting it? I mean, are you really feeling me, ladies and gentlemen? Are you really hearing this message? Because I really want us to grow up and to stop acting childlike when things so-called happen to us. Mature adults do not get upset based upon someone else's sinful, unwise conduct and action. That is their stuff that you don't have to take ownership of. Let's be very clear. And no one can do anything to you without your consent. So you choose whether or not you're going to participate or not. So diva out there that's planning on having an excuse to justify you doing another thing that's very unloving to yourself because of someone else's unloving nature to themselves. Don't go there. Honor yourself and start saying positive things about you to you. Diva, this is what I suggest that you do. I am sorry for the noise in the background, but we're going to honor it. We got a train that's cleared it coming down the path. But I want you to seriously sit back and I want you to seriously say to yourself, I honor and I love and I respect my husband. Now, I know you don't right now, and I know you're in pain. Faith it until you make it. Just keep saying that over and over and over again so you can handle the situation in a place of love. If you handle this situation in a place of fear, you are not going to heal. You can't be at two places at the same time. You're either going to be in a loving place or a fearful place. And you get nothing out of fear but lack and limitation and drama and pain and misery. But in a place of love, you get glory, you get hallelujah, you get abundance, you get love, you get compassion, you get joy, and you get peace, and you get happiness. And that's where we all want to be. So that's the best recipe you need to focus on. So you send yourself love, you staying light and love for you, you send him light and love, you send even her light and love, and knowing that God, when you're in that place of light and love, miracles happen. That's why I start this program out each and every day telling you, love is the greatest medicine of them all. Love is the greatest healing of them all. Love is the greatest miracle. Miracles happen in love and through love. But you got to be there. Because most people are not falling in love relationship. Baby, they are falling in fear. Okay, and that's why they find themselves where they are at. So the best thing that you can do now, give him love, give her love, give you love, and honor yourself, and stay in a loving light even when you don't want to, when you don't want to get out of bed. I feel you. I've been there. I can only practice and share with you what I'm preaching. I remember being in a devastating loving relationship with someone that didn't love me. I loved them, but they didn't love me. And I just had to keep on praying every day. I kept getting up and going. I was in college at the time, And the key thing about it is whether or not he loved me or not, I need to get that degree because the bottom line is I was in a position of only being able to take care of myself. So he was not worth me. I was worth me and many more. And I just got up every day. I sent him light, love, wished him well, and went on with my life. And do you know he had the audacity to call me back a year later to see how I was doing because his business wasn't working out and getting advice. Oh, Lord have mercy. I said, honey, baby, I am wishing you well, but I've got to go and live my dreams. And that's what I want you to do. I want you to, no matter what, I want you to go out there and I want you to live your dreams and stay on course. Don't let nobody steal your joy. Nobody, I'm going to say this again, over and over again, nobody's worth you, you dynamic, gorgeous, beautiful, loving, divine creature, you. Male or female, you king, you queen, you goddess, act like you know and be your phenomenal selves. And if he's not able to appreciate you, the universe has many more wonderful kings and queens that will honor you, divine king and divine queen in you. Okay? So I hope you got that. Love yourself first. Love is you. Stay in light. Stay in love for all that's involved. Because divas don't do drama. Queens don't do drama. And divine women, phenomenal women, like Maya Angelou said, do not do drama. So let's do our prayer and meditation. Divine Spirit, gracious Mother, Father God, as I go through this challenging relationship, let me see him in a loving, godly way. Then send him light, love, and healing. Give me the courage, give me the faith, give me the ability to truly practice unconditional love like you do for me and to me every single day in this situation and circumstances. Let me pray for that sister friend who is with his child, and let me send her light and love, and let me pray. I'm praying for myself that you keep me in a place of love, peace, happiness, and joy, acceptance of all people, and complete understanding that nobody's perfect. To err is to be human. And let me fully understand that truth, and let me heal this situation with complete unconditional love. That we remain on my program of being healthy, eating healthy, exercising, taking care of my finances, taking care of my health, taking care of my divine purpose, taking care of my children and of my family and friends in a very, very loving way. I give this situation up to you, universe, knowing that you're going to bring out my highest and greatest good, because I know you love me, you guide me, you provide for me, you nurture me, you protect me through all that I'm going through. And I thank you, God, thank you, God, thank you, God. Give me the courage every millisecond of every day until the situation is resolved in its highest good, to let me love, honor, and respect him. Let me love, honor, and respect her. Let me accept these people as they are and understand this situation, that it is healing me in the most precious way, and that I honor and love me first, respect me first and foremost. Amen Ashe, Amen Ashe, Amen Ashe. Peace, Hetapu, Namaste. And listen, comment below. Do you agree? Should she stay and honor that relationship and love herself first and foremost? And more importantly, how would you handle a situation like that too? Speak to me, comment below. We're all in the place of healing and loving. Peace. Hetapu, Namaste. Have a great day.